All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachachrash. Give honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Achim wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. All right, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen the story. Just a real quick video. Hey, it's late night. I'm up. Shit. What what else there to do? All right, it says breaking. Disney Marvel Studios has fired Jonathan Majors after assault guilty verdict. So he was declared guilty, of wrongdoing, playing in the snow. It says Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of assault in the third degree and guilty of harassment in case against former girlfriend. All right, and we all know what it is. Hollywood doing what it do. He sold out. He got his riches for his short while. And there's prices to be paid. So if this is the end of his career, then so be it. But you see that, and this is a trend, y'all, amongst the sons of God. You see that our men, and we're allowed to deal with whatever woman. So don't get me wrong. Obviously, us as Israelite men, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you are allowed to have women of other nations to your use, right? But something I don't want to say a conundrum. But when you look into the scriptures and you look in the world, the sons of God been getting into a lot of trouble. Damn. Salaki, y'all. The sons of God have found themselves fallen, from their glorious estate. All right, many a times. Okay, and so once again, I'm not telling nobody not to deal with you can deal with whatever nationality of woman you choose to deal with. All right. The Israelite woman right now is, for lack of terms, is out of her mind. So dealing with them ain't too fun. All right. So at this point, all we got left to do is stare at white walls. All right. Let me get out. I want to get the clip when he was getting chased down. But basically, it's a common occurrence when you see these great men get brought down by some goddamn heathen bitch. And it just goes to show you, y'all, we are those chosen people, all right? Because the same thing that happened to the sons of God is happening to us again today. Hey, look at you had your man's what's that fucker's name? He the golf nigga, that white bitch got him, the Sheetamite got him. You see our man's what's the nigga name I just had on the screen? Jonathan Majors, he didn't got hit. All right, a couple stars, if you go across the decades. All right. It's just a funny trend to see, every time you see Jake, if he so much as blink wrong around one of them, he ended up, in jail, dead or in hell. Right. What was the other one I had? Let me just get the scripture real quick. Let's go to that Genesis. This is a reoccurring trend, all right? Which goes to show you ultimately, y'all, in the kingdom, that's why we need the kingdom and we need the new bodies, because we will no longer be susceptible not only to women in general, but especially to the ideologies and the philosophies that women of another nation may bring to you. And that's the big challenge when you are dealing with the heathen woman. So you brothers, hey, because shit, I deal with non-Israelite women, nigga. Shit, what? Well, what you got to say? All right. One of the biggest things that you have to constantly keep your foot down with is not giving in to their way of life. All right. It's a literal living challenge, which the elect is going to pass. All right. And many men before us have failed that challenge, y'all. Next thing you know, hey, shit, there was a dude in the camp, here in Detroit. He no longer here with us. This nigga started taking his kids back to the Catholic Church, fucking around, man. So, hey, you gotta put your foot down, all right, brothers, right? We can't be losing out on our salvation to some 5 foot tall bitches that can't even see over the refrigerator. All right, Genesis 6:2, it says, you know what? I'm gonna start verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, and this would go on, this would be the line that would go on to progenerate the Israelites. All right. It says, the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. All right, so these men were giants in the sense of what they were capable of doing, their great fame, their great power, literally supernatural capabilities. But what did they start doing? Turning into the philosophies of the women that they were dealing with, forgetting Yahweh. All right. And that is one of the big challenges, keeping it real, y'all. When you are, for us brothers, because dealing with Keisha ain't an option right now. All right. So you got a handful of choices. You got Northern Kingdom women, and you got the heathen women. Well, white women, Asian, Ishmael, right? You can't give in to their way of life. You can't turn and go become a Muslim. You can't walk your ass back into the Christian church and go into a white Christian church. You out your motherfucking mind, Negro. Get it together, all right? You can't go to worship Buddha with some Ammonite chick, right? You have to lay down the law, all right? And the children that are born of that said relationship, they have to be raised up in the way of the Israelites, all right? That's the big challenge. What's the key? Matter of fact, let me just get that. One of the men who failed this challenge was Solomon, all right? And I'm just getting this mainly to show y'all, this is a reoccurring theme you see in our history. Us as the Israelite men, we have to pass this challenge, y'all, right? 1 Kings 11:1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. And when you go back to the law in Deuteronomy, it tells you, when we were purging out the land, we were supposed to kill them other heifers, all right? And the women that we did take, you have the ceremony, they shave their hair and nails and all that, and they mourn their family for 30 days, and then after that, you can deal with them, okay? So basically here, we're allowed to deal with them, but we're not allowed to give in to their ways of life. And that's what Solomon did wrong here. He clave into them with love, all right? And really, when you get to dealing with a person, you develop affection for them. That's natural. But you cannot let your affection for a fucking heathen woman overthrow the fact that you are in this truth and you have a job to do, my brother. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai comes first. Studying comes first. Doing these videos, making yourself available for the brotherhood when need be. Alms. All right, and when that energy is being directed elsewhere, you have a problem. Verse 3. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, his power, as was the heart of David, his father. All right, so this is where Solomon erred in comparison to his father, because David had concubines, in which we'll get that. So, I'm being careful, reinforcing so no scoffers or idiots. Us Israelite men, we're allowed to have non-Israelite women, but we cannot turn into their way of life and worship their gods. And then those children that are produced, you can't let them be, they grow up to become little idol worshipers, worshiping the gods of their mothers. That's the problem. In which, in this kingdom, y'all, hey, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has it set up to where you're able to be in your child's life and raise them up somewhat in the way Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai then cool, but if not, hey, it is what it is. You got to take it on the chin and deal with it. Ultimately, that's why we're not out here trying to multiply wives and children, because this man Esau Edom has the minds of the people, and he's going to make sure your woman is against you every fucking waking hour of the day, the best he can. 2 Samuel 5:13. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was come from Hebron, and there was yet sons and daughters born to David. So right here, David had wives and concubines, which were what? Lesser wives, non-Israelite wives, but his heart was never turned from Yahweh. He always believed. Now he sinned because he committed adultery with Bathsheba, an Israelite woman, right? But he never committed idolatry. That's the difference between him and Solomon and certain other examples. You go look at the book of Numbers, the man who was in his tent, who was worshiping the Midianite god by way of a sexual ritual act. And Phineas went there and, stuck a pole through him and the hoe, right? That's the problem. And you see this, taking it back to this, these Jake get involved with these slurs and they just be through. And y'all, they don't have the wisdom of the scriptures. So they're actually, then that's one thing, for you scoffers, you idiots, all right, and, sisters, don't be getting mad, right? The way that we look at these heathen women ain't the same way we look at our Israelite women. They are a tool to be used to make life easier, all right? Simple as that. And when we are going up in that chariot, that tool's going to get fucking discarded, and it's going to be what it's going to be, all right? Now, the Israelite women, they're going to be given the new bodies and raised up, and we're going to get our shit back together, and it's going to be all Gucci. But these Jake right here, they don't really, they're trying to, how could I say this? They're trying to have that Abraham-Sarah relationship with him, and it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Not here. Shit, we don't got the power. Another example, Anthony Edwards is going viral for allegedly paying a woman $100,000 to get an abortion. Man, you can't force a kid in the world. So you had this Jake, he was dealing with this only thought, and she trying to baby trap him. Now, I'm not 100% sure. She might be Northern Kingdom. I'm not 100% sure, but she looks, I'm not sure. But basically, she was talking about she was pregnant. He gave her $100,000 hush money so she would get the fuck on. And she went and posted all this information online. Just at least, man, if you're going to be a hoe, be a proper hoe, man, right? Be a proper hoe, right? Get your money, hush up, disappear. You could have kept the kid, but fuck, just keep him out the limelight. But no. That's too complicated. So you see another great Jake, right now he's one of the hot basketball players, right? Jumping out the gym in his Jordans. And he getting caught up. Hey, you had your mans, y'all remember Zion Williamson, in which he was dealing with a nigga woman, so this ain't exclusive. All right. But you see the Israelites, man, weakness, Jake gotta get it together. All right. Hey, that's funny that fucker Zaryak broke that scripture down incorrectly, right? The truth is the greatest, and that's what has to be kept in mind. The truth is the greatest. That's what's above all. Let me get this example. Spoke tongue. No, Nehemiah. Okay, yep. Nehemiah. Half the language of Ashdod. Yep, okay. Numbers 13 and 23. It says, in those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. As I contended with them and cursed them, and I contended with them and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by Yahweh, saying, Ye shall not give your daughter unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. All right, so right here, this is a specific and a particular example. Nehemiah was purging some of the Israelites, especially the Levites. Now, the Levites in particular, according to law, especially the high priest, they're supposed to have they're supposed to have virgin Levite women as wise. But obviously, in the times we're living in, we can't keep that to the 100%. So Nehemiah was getting on their heads heavy, but Jake in general, Jake was still, here it is, we was just now trying to get back to the land, and Jake was still mingling with the heathen and forgetting their way. Okay, and that is the issue when you read the scriptures, when it's warning us of dealing with them. It's to turning to idolatry and giving up our customs to uphold theirs. That is the problem, not dealing with heathen women in and of itself, because as I just showed, dealing with David, and you can go countless examples. All right, the Heavenly Father is not contradictory. You have to take a second, read the verses, breathe in your nose, breathe out your mouth, breathe. All right, get some understanding. All right, so I just wanted to come back to this. Man, hold on, let me see if I can find that clip of that nigga running. Hang on. All right, here we go, y'all. I just wanted to find one of the clips. So you see, she was putting hands on him in his vehicle. How could I forget the famous case? O.J. Simpson and what was her name? Nicole, whatever. All right, I forget her. Nicole Simpson, whatever her other name was. Hey y'all, don't forget. Don't lose your crown to these motherfuckers, man. We have a particular liberty, but don't drown yourself out in that liberty. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell you to go deal with Keisha neither. Because between Keisha and a white wall, I'm going to stare at white ceilings all night. God damn it. But you see, Jake was on the run for his life, man. And every step he was taking was him losing more and more of his goddamn star power and and everything he worked for his entire life. Gone. Right? Gone. Just like that. Just like that. So, brothers, do be careful, especially when dealing with non-Israelite women. Don't be giving up your crown, man. And she can't give the program, kick that. Tell that bitch kick rocks. All right, we Bible boys over here. Everything that come with it. God damn it. So I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim. Rachakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all elect Akim, Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.